It was a chilly winter afternoon at a bustling train station in Chicago. Oprah Winfrey, wrapped in a warm beige coat and wearing her signature glasses, was on her way to an important charity event. Despite her packed schedule, she had decided to take the train instead of her usual car service. There was something about being amidst the people she worked so hard to uplift that brought her a sense of grounding. The atmosphere was alive with the sounds of conversations, the distant rumble of trains arriving and departing, and the occasional crackle of announcements over the PA system. As Oprah strolled through the station, her attention was drawn to a young boy sitting alone on a wooden bench near a bustling coffee kiosk. His clothes were threadbare and visibly too small for him, his thin hands clutching a tattered book. His face, pale from the cold, bore an expression of quiet resolve, but his darting eyes betrayed his nervousness. Oprah stopped in her tracks, her intuition whispering that this boy had a story. She adjusted her scarf and approached him with her characteristic warmth. "Hi there," she said, her voice soft but distinct amidst the clamor. "What's your name?" The boy glanced up, startled but polite. "It's Marcus," he replied in a voice so soft that Oprah had to lean in slightly to hear him. "Nice to meet you, Marcus. Are you waiting for someone?" Oprah asked, lowering herself onto the bench beside him. Her presence seemed to put him slightly at ease. Marcus hesitated for a moment, his small fingers fidgeting with the edges of his book. Then he shook his head. "No, ma'am. I'm just trying to get to my grandma's house," he murmured. Oprah tilted her head, concern creasing her brow. "All by yourself? That's quite a journey for a young man like you. Where are your parents?" Marcus looked away, his voice faltering. "My mom's. She's not around much anymore," he admitted hesitantly. "And my dad, he's gone." He let the words hang in the air, his eyes fixed on the ground. Oprah's heart tightened as she absorbed his words. The weight of his reality was evident in his demeanor, far too heavy for someone so young. "How far is your grandma's house? Do you have a ticket?" she asked gently, her tone free of judgment but full of genuine care. Marcus shook his head again. "It's in Springfield," he said quietly. "I thought I could figure something out, but I don't have enough money for a ticket." Oprah took a deep breath, her mind racing with concern. She couldn't just walk away from this vulnerable child. "Stay right here," she said, her voice steady. "Let's see what we can do." She pulled out her phone and stepped aside, dialing her assistant and quickly explaining the situation. Within minutes, she had arranged for a train ticket to Springfield. But that wasn't enough for Oprah. She also contacted a local shelter that specialized in supporting children in need and coordinated for someone to meet Marcus and check on his grandmother's living situation. Returning to Marcus, Oprah noticed his small frame shivering slightly. She gestured toward the nearby coffee kiosk. "Let's get you something warm," she said. Together, they walked over, and Oprah ordered a steaming cup of cocoa and a sandwich for Marcus. As he sipped the cocoa and unwrapped his food, Oprah sat across from him, her full attention on the boy. "That's quite the book you've got there," she said, nodding toward his battered copy of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Marcus's face lit up for the first time, and he began to talk about his love for reading, his favorite stories, and how books were his escape from the challenges of his daily life. Oprah listened intently, occasionally sharing her own memories of finding solace in books as a child. Their conversation deepened, with Marcus revealing snippets of his life, how he often stayed with neighbors, how he missed his grandmother's hugs, and how he dreamed of one day becoming a writer to tell stories that could inspire others. Oprah encouraged him with her words, planting seeds of hope and determination in his young heart. As they continued talking, Oprah learned more about the struggles Marcus had faced. He had been moving between different neighbors' homes after his mother left, and he often had to fend for himself. The book he held so dearly had been a gift from his grandmother, one of the few possessions he treasured. Marcus shared how his grandmother always told him stories about resilience and kindness, and he wanted to live up to her expectations. Oprah, deeply moved, promised herself that she would ensure Marcus reached Springfield safely and with dignity. When the time came for Marcus's train to depart, Oprah walked him to the platform, holding the ticket she had purchased for him. "This will take you straight to Springfield," she said, handing it to him with a smile. "And here's my card. If you or your grandma ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out." Marcus stared at the card, his wide eyes shimmering with gratitude. "Thank you so much, Miss Winfrey. I don't know how to repay you," he said earnestly. Oprah knelt down to his level, placing a comforting hand on his shoulder. "You don't need to repay me, Marcus. Just promise me this. When you're in a position to help someone else, you'll do it." "I promise," Marcus said, his voice steady despite the emotions welling up inside him. As the train began to pull away, Oprah stood on the platform, waving until it disappeared into the horizon. A profound sense of fulfillment settled over her. In the chaos of life, a small act of kindness had the power to change the trajectory of this young boy's journey. In the following weeks, Oprah's team maintained contact with Marcus and his grandmother, ensuring they had access to educational resources and a stable environment. They also worked with local community programs to provide additional support. Oprah even sent a box of books to Marcus, each handpicked to inspire his growing love for literature. The story of Marcus spread, inspiring countless others to act with compassion. Years later, Marcus would stand on stage at a major charity gala as a successful educator, recounting the day Oprah Winfrey sat beside him at a train station and changed his life. "She didn't just get me to Springfield," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "She showed me what it means to believe in someone." Oprah, seated in the audience, smiled, her heart swelling with pride. Later, as they reunited backstage, she said, "And now you're doing the same for others. That's the real reward." The story of Oprah and Marcus became a symbol of how empathy and action could create ripples of change that last a lifetime, inspiring generations to look beyond themselves and extend a helping hand to those in need. Marcus, now a mentor to countless young students, often revisited the memory of that day, using it as a beacon to guide his own acts of kindness. He would tell his students, "No matter where you start, someone believing in you can change everything. And you can be that someone for someone else." Thank you for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you liked it, feel free to like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell for more fascinating stories. Have a nice day.